welcome back. How's everyone doing? So I just wanted to go over some stuff from my book called The Struggle of Minority English Learners, How Learner Feedback Can Improve English Skills. There's a chapter in there that I think it's chapter 3, and it's in the final thoughts, and I wanted to read a little bit from it. I talk about the connection teachers make with EL students being important. It is essential as well, and I think that is critical. So, like for example, today I told one of my students, I moved him from a particular area of the classroom to a different area. He didn't like it. I put him in between two students, and he said, I need space. And I said, well, for now, I'm just going to keep you here because he does like to put his feet on chairs and whatnot. And it's like, well, I need space for kids to sit, right? So, anyway, because we still have space in the classroom, in my classroom, I told him today, I said, okay, I'm going to let you sit, in here so you have some room to stretch. And he was happy with that. And that's sort of one way you can sort of build rapport with your students, is sort of meeting them halfway. So I kind of had to be a little bit more flexible with him. So on page 86 of my book, I write, the connection teachers make with EL students is important, if not essential. The EL students I interviewed were not reluctant learners. They wanted to do all the work. They were very easy to work with. However, they need a bilingual teacher in the classroom to make their learning process more comfortable. My EL students have noted changes I've made in the classroom and have indicated that it has helped with their learning in other classes. Therefore, teaching has become more effective for these students across all content areas, a development that has made the research become even more real and rewarding. The EL students in this particular study were struggling in my class and other classes. Some barriers included language issues, peer relationships with other native English speakers, and navigating their classes and textbooks. For example, some students reported issues with needing help finding information in their books and communicating with their peers about course assignments. So I guess the point is making your classroom sort of comfortable enough where students can work, can communicate with others, and be comfortable is essential. And sometimes that takes some self-reflection. So while this particular student, wanted to put his feet all over other chairs and his legs, he wanted to stretch. I didn't really like it so much because he was always looking around the classroom instead of focusing on his work and getting distracted easily. So that, as a teacher, was bothering me. But he did follow my rules for a few days, and he started working. Was more well behaved. So I compromised with him. I said, okay, I'll let you sit here where there's some space, there's some room for you to stretch, but I need you to stay focused on your work. And you know what? It worked. He's starting to stay focused on his work. He's getting stuff done, and he's seeing that I'm being more reasonable and that I'm working with him. And I'm trying to help him out. So I think, in the end, when you're working with students, when you're trying to, help them navigate text and curriculum and the work that they're doing, it is important to be flexible, not only with the seating arrangements, but also with how you're presenting the work to them. Give them options, let them know that you mean business, that you want them to graduate, you want them to get the work done, you want them to succeed in school and in life, but that you also are willing to work with them and be flexible with them. And this is not just for English learners or multilingual learners, this is for all students. Because I think many, not all, but many who struggle have barriers, right? It could be a reading barrier. They are not able to read, right? They made it all the way up to high school and they still are not able to read or write. And it's hard to figure that out. right? It's covered up with something else, maybe anger or other issues. But it is our job to sort of figure that out and try to resolve it as best as we possibly can. So that's all I have as an update. I'm excited about the conference I'll be speaking at in Round Rock, Texas. That'll be at the end of January. And so I'm really thrilled about that. And my book is still in the process of being published. It's going through typesetting, and that's a long process. And everything is always a long process when you're book publishing, and it's stressful. And I know I was late with publishing this video, but it's because I've been sort of under a lot of stress lately due to getting the book out there, and also work. Work has my workload has increased at my job, so which is good. I'm grateful, but it's also it's a lot of work. So anyhow, that's all I have for tonight. Until next time, I might be dropping these videos, probably not on the weekends, maybe on a weekday from now on, just because it's a little bit easier for me to get things done that way. But again, if you have any questions or comments or anything you want to know about, please drop them in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I know I have a lot of work to do with this channel. I'm actually doing this for fun. It's like for fun for me. I'm not really taking it to the next level right now because I'm working on so many other things. But it's sort of just a way to get my books out there and and just try to have some fun with it. So anyway, have a wonderful week, and thank you again for viewing and liking and enjoying my material and my content. Have a great week. Bye bye.